Australia, I'm Mark Humphries and welcome to Pointless. Let's meet tonight's contestants. Welcome back, couple number one.
Thanks. I'm Erin and this is my older sister, Laura.
Welcome back, couple number two.
I'm David and this is my father, John.
And welcome for the first time, couple number three.
Hi, I'm Cameron and this is my mother-in-law, Patricia.
Thank you all and welcome to Pointless. Now, there is one more person we need to meet. He's the king when it comes to obscure knowledge and niche facts. A man who says he can get me a good deal on my kidney. It's Dr. Andrew Rochford.
Hello. And if we start talking about your spleen,
oh
my
boy.
Goodness.
Big money.
Two returning couples joining us again tonight, Laura and Erin. David and John, thank you so much for coming back. But I think the big story of tonight is we have a mother-in-law and a son-in-law.
Interesting dynamic.
First time ever on our show.
Right.
How do you think it'll play itself out?
I'm looking forward to finding out.
Good luck, guys, finding those pointless answers, and good luck to everybody playing at home.
As you know, if any of our couples can find a pointless answer, we will add $500 to tonight's jackpot, which starts at $7,000. So let's get straight into it. And remember, at the end of the round, the highest scoring couple will be eliminated. OK, our first question is about chemical elements. So, can you decide in your couples who's going to go first, and can they please step up to the podium? Talk us through it, Doc.
We would like you guys to tell us the name of any chemical element that ends in the letters IUM. Very best of luck, and very best of luck to everybody playing at home.
We're starting with Laura. Now, no pressure, but what do you do for a living, Laura?
I'm a science teacher.
So, we want a chemical element ending in IUM.
Okay, I'm going to go for promethium.
Promethium. All right. Let's see if promethium is correct and how many of our 100 people said that. It is correct. Well, that's the main thing. Good stuff, Laura. But that could be a pointless answer! Oh, well done. You've added $500 to tonight's jackpot, Laura, and you get to keep your job. That's
You can walk into class, Laura, with your head held high and say to the kids, you know what? If you listen to me, you too can have a pointless answer. Very, very well done. Great start to the round.
sensational. John, you're not a science teacher by chance, are you?
I'm not a science teacher. I didn't do science. I didn't do chemistry. But the only one I can think of is aluminium.
Aluminium. All right, let's see if aluminium is correct and how many people said that. It is correct. How many people thought of aluminium? Oh, we're getting down. 30, that's all right. Not bad. Laura, do you do private lessons? Cameron, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, do you think you can give us a chemical element ending in IUM?
The only one I can think of at the moment is helium.
Helium. All right, let's see if helium is right. And how many people said that? Helium is correct. How many points can we get for helium? Ooh, 24. Well done, Cameron. Not too shabby. All right, we are halfway through round one. It's still anyone's game. So, as we come back up the line, we are still looking for any chemical element that ends in the letters IUM. Can the second players now take their place at the podium? Patricia, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, you've had some time to think about this. Can you give us a chemical element ending in ium?
I hope I can. I think I'll say Einsteinium.
Einsteinium. Let's see if Einsteinium is correct. And how many people said that? Einsteinium is right. How many points? We would love a low-scoring answer here with Einsteinium. Oh, you won.
Yes, unfortunately for you, Patricia, Albert Einstein is actually part of our 100.
David, you're currently the high scorers on 30, which means you want to get a low-scoring answer here. Can you give us an obscure element ending in IUM?
Well, I think everybody I work with would be disappointed if I don't say selenium.
Selenium. Now, why would they be disappointed?
It's an IT thing.
Great. Well, that's right on me. Okay. So, selenium? All right, let's see if selenium is correct. And how many people said that? All right, selenium is correct. Let's hope Albert doesn't know about it. And we're getting down there. Oh, 3. But good answer. Well done, David. Great stuff. All right, now, Erin, you need to score 32 points or fewer with your answer. Has any of Laura's science knowledge rubbed off on you, do you think?
Fingers crossed.
All right, what have you got for us?
I was thinking between 2, but I think I'm going to go with Lawrencium.
Lawrencium?
Yep.
All right, so reminder that they need 32 points or fewer to stay in the game. Erin has gone for Lawrencium. Let's see if that's correct. And if so, how many people said it? Lawrencium is correct. Well done. We're heading towards that red line. Can we get beneath it? Yes, she's done it. Could she keep going all the way to her? Oh, 1 point. Well done, Erin. Good gene pool. Yeah.
Bragging rights still with Laura, just slightly. I thought we were headed towards the first ever pair to get 2 pointless answers in the first round. Lawrencium, a wonderful answer. Some of the pointless answers that I'm sure you guys at home were throwing around, because I know you guys love your chemical elements. Francium was a pointless answer. Zirconium, pointless answer. Very well done if you said any of those.
So that's the end of round 1, and the losing couple with the high score of 33 are John and David. You have been fantastic contestants. I'm so sorry to say goodbye to you, and especially sorry to say goodbye to John's shirt. It really just deserved more time on Australian TV. But thank you so much for playing Pointless. And join us after the break when we play Head to Head. Welcome back to Pointless, where Laura and Erin and Patricia and Cameron have made it through to our head-to-head round. Laura, we've established you are a science teacher. You scored a pointless answer in the first round on the topic of chemical elements. How would your students have reacted if you'd bombed out there?
I would have been coughing it quite a bit.
Right, and do they know that you're on the show?
I haven't let them in on that one yet.
Yeah. And depending how things go tonight, it depends whether they will find out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, as always, the first couple to win 2 points in this round goes through to our final round. So let's play Head to Head. Good luck to both our couples. Here is your first question, and it's about European mammals. Andrew.
We're about to show you 5 pictures of mammals that are native to Europe. We would just like you to identify the mammal. Good luck.
Thank you, Doc. And here are your animals. A. B. C. D. And E. All right, we are starting with Laura and Erin because you had the lowest score in the first round. Can you identify one of these European mammals?
I know, obviously, A, C, and E. I'm pretty sure B is. Okay, just go with which one you're comfortable with.
All right, we're going to go for B, and I'm going to say badger.
B. Badger. All right, setting that aside for Laura and Erin. Cameron and Patricia, can you talk us through the rest of the board?
I think A is a porcupine.
Yeah?
C is a polar bear. D, I'm not too sure. I think it might be maybe a wolverine or a honey badger.
Good answer.
And E is obviously a squirrel.
I'd say A, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Porcupine, we'll go A.
A. Porcupine. All right, we're starting with Laura and Erin's answer. They said that B is a badger. So let's see if badger is right. And if so, how many people said it? Badger is correct. How many of our 100 people said badger, though? 34. Well done. Not bad, not bad. Now, Patricia and Cameron, you said A is porcupine.
Correct.
Great. So let's see if porcupine is correct. And if so, how many people said it? Oh. Sorry, guys. Incorrect answer, which means Laura and Erin, you've won the point.
Unlucky there, guys. It is not a porcupine. A is, in fact, a hedgehog. Moving down to C there, the cuteness overload with the polar bear cub. Oh, getting in trouble, little rascal. That would have scored you 83 if you said that at home. D is, in fact, a wolverine. That would have scored you 11 points. Also known as a skunk bear because it uses its anal scent glands to mark its territory. Something I don't remember seeing Hugh Jackman do. You know. And finally, E is the squirrel. Sitting around having a little tea party there. That would have scored you 64 points. A squirrel can actually smell food through a foot of snow.
I thought that was the cruelest challenge on The Biggest Loser, don't you? Well, after one question, Laura and Erin have taken the lead, which means that Patricia and Cameron must win the next point to stay in the competition. Let's see if they can do it after the break. Welcome back to Pointless, where Laura and Erin have taken out the first point in our head-to-head, and Patricia and Cameron need a win now to stay in the competition. Patricia, now, Cameron is your son-in-law.
He is.
And what was your first impression of Cameron when your daughter brought him home?
Well, we love Cameron. But he did come in to pick her up on one of their first dates, and I said to my husband, I'm sorry, but there's a 40-year-old outside trying to go out with our daughter.
How old were you at the time?
21.
How old are you now?
28.
Oh, well, you don't look a day over 48.
Thanks, mate.
Sorry. No, you're lovely. All right. Our next question is about the Williams sisters. Tell us more, Andrew.
We're about to show you a series of clues to facts about the tennis-playing Williams siblings. We would like you just to give us the answers. But remember, go for the one you think the fewest people would be able to answer. Good luck.
Thank you, Doctor. Here are your clues. The year they first won Olympic gold in women's doubles. The sister who obtained a career Golden Slam. The tournament Serena won while pregnant. Their country of birth. And the first of the sisters to top the WTA World Singles Rankings. All right. We are starting with Cameron and Patricia here. Can you give us one of these facts, please?
Which one do you know? I think I only know 3 and 4. Go with you, I have no idea.
We'll say number 5, Venus Williams.
You are saying Venus Williams.
Yes.
All right. Laura and Erin, do you want to try and talk us through the rest of the board?
Tennis is not my strong point. Country of birth.
I feel like that would just be America.
And obviously the tournament Serena won while pregnant. Maybe US Open or Australian Open, but I think we should go safe and say Serena Williams for number 2. Do you reckon? Yeah. We'll just play it safe and say sister who obtained a career Golden Slam, Serena Williams.
That was good work. All right, so we're going to start off with Patricia and Cameron's answer. You said Venus Williams. Let's see if that's right and how many people said Venus Williams. It was correct. How many people knew it was Venus, though? 31. That's all right. Laura and Erin, you have the chance to take the point here and to go through to our jackpot round. So, let's see if Serena is correct, and if so, how many people said it? It is correct. Can we get below that red line? We're heading... No, which means that Patricia and Cameron have won the point. It's a tie game.
Well played, guys. I do like how you went for the 2 50-50 questions there. And you both came out with the right answer. Moving to the top there, the year they first won a gold medal in doubles was the year 2000 in Sydney. And that would have scored you 9 points. The tournament where Serena won while pregnant was the Australian Open. That was her 23rd Grand Slam, and she beat her sister in that final.
Though she was cheating because technically she was playing doubles.
And the country of birth was not a trick question. It is the United States. 70 people knew that in our 100. Well played, guys.
So, with our couples on 1 point each, we need to take a decider question. And our third question tonight is about ancient Greeks. Tell us more, Andrew.
We're about to show you 5 anagrams, and the answers to all of them are famous ancient Greeks. We will also give you a clue in brackets to help you unscramble the anagram. Very best of luck.
Let's take a look at our 5 anagrams. Mashed rice, mathematician. Q-lid, father of geometry. Pirate's chop, father of medicine. A plot, founder of the Academy. And Artsy Gap, famous for his mathematical theorem. All right, we're going back to Laura and Erin. We've got a tie game here. Do you want to give us one of these ancient Greeks?
You ready? I know 1. I know 3. Yeah. And I know 5. Okay. I reckon we go for the Archimedes. Okay, go.
All right. We're going to go for number 1. I'm going to say Archimedes.
Archimedes as mashed rice. All right. So over to Patricia and Cameron. Did you want to try to talk us through the rest of the board?
Well, we'd love to.
Bottom one's Pythagoras.
Okay. And Hippocratic Oath for medicine. Hippocrates, right.
Yeah.
And Euclid, I think, for father of geometry. But which one? You go.
Go the middle one.
Okay, do it.
I can't say.
Oh, I can't say it. Okay. Hippocrates,
Okay.
if all the letters are there.
All right. So we're saying that pirate's chop is Hippocrates. Laura and Erin, we're starting with your answer. Now let's see if Archimedes is right and how many people said it. Archimedes is right. How many people came up with it? Not many at all. What? What? Oh, wow. A pointless answer. Well done. That is the second of the night. You've added another $500 to the jackpot. Woo! Patricia and Cameron, you're going to need another pointless answer here to stay in the game. It could happen. So let's see if Hippocrates is correct and how many people said that. Hippocrates is correct. Could we get another pointless answer? That's what we need here. We're getting down there. Oh, wasn't to be. But well done, Laura and Erin. You won the point and the round.
Amazing. Very well played, Laura. 2 pointless answers before the final round. I mean, Erin, you're there. But, I mean, that's...
I was featuring at best.
Very well played. Unlucky, Patricia and Cameron. I mean, you came up against somebody who clearly is red hot here tonight. Archimedes, famous for his discovery of the law of buoyancy, getting in and out of the bath and yelling, Eureka!
What are you doing in there? Nothing. Yeah. Science.
That's what every teenage boy tells their mum. The father of geometry is Euclid. That would have scored you 21 points. Hippocrates, the father of medicine. The founder of the Academy was Plato. That would have scored you 18 points. And it is Pythagoras down the bottom there. And Pythagoras' theorem, very well done if you said that correctly at home.
Thanks, Doc. Now, Patricia and Cameron, sadly, you did not make it through tonight. But the good news is we will be seeing you next time when you get one more chance to play. In the meantime, stay with us because after the break, Laura and Erin play for tonight's jackpot. Welcome back to Pointless, where we're in the final round of tonight's game. Laura and Erin successfully fought off all comers to win our highly coveted Pointless trophy. Can they also win tonight's jackpot, which, thanks to 2 pointless answers from Laura and Erin, and more specifically Laura, stands at $8,000. Yes. Now, the key to winning our jackpot is to come up with a pointless answer that none of our 100 people came up with. You're very good at this, you know how it works. But first, you need to make a selection from these 2 options, and they are London-born actors or making waves. What do you like the sound of?
Waves could be surfing.
I only know physics waves. Yeah. All right, we'll go with London-born actors.
London-born actors. All right, over to you, Doc.
All right, 2 London-born actors. The first is Jude Law. Here we are looking for the title of any theatrically released feature film for which Jude Law receives an acting credit before June 2018. And the second London-born actor is Hugh Grant. Here we are looking for any theatrically released feature film in which Hugh Grant receives an acting credit before June of 2018. Good luck, guys. Good luck to everyone playing at home.
Now, you have 30 seconds to come up with your 2 best answers, and all you need to win the jackpot of $8,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. So let's put 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now.
Jude Law. I think he might have been in a movie called Closer.
Yeah, he was in Holiday.
And
That
he
was a
was in a
good.
movie called Alfie.
How do you know this? I just know.
That's a bit. And then the second one,
Hugh Grant. Two weddings and a funeral.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
Music and lyrics.
Yeah. But the teenagers really.
And the other one's obvious, like Notting Hill and Willow. I reckon we go for Alfie, and then maybe just go for music and lyrics.
We
5
could
seconds.
go to Jude Laws if you want. Go for Closer.
Yeah, because
All right, your time is up. Let's get your 2 answers and let us know the category they relate to.
Okay, both of our answers are going to come from Jude Law films. The first one we're going to say Closer, and the second one we're going to say Alfie.
Closer and Alfie. Let's put those answers up on the board. Now, the first answer you gave as a Jude Law film is Closer. So, for $8,000, let's see if Closer is a pointless answer. Closer is a correct answer. We just need to come back with a pointless result here to get the $8,000. We are getting down there. Is it possible? Oh, no! Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. Well done. Not bad. You've still got 1 answer left on the board. So, again, for $8,000, let's find out this time, is Alfie a pointless answer? Alfie is a correct answer. But what's it all about? Can we get a pointless answer for Alfie? Come on, Jude. Come on, Jude. Oh, Jude! Bad luck, girls. Well done, though. Good answers.
Played an absolutely exceptional game. So very close. Some of the pointless answers for Jude Law films were The Aviator, where he plays Aussie Errol Flynn, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. They were 2 pointless answers. Over with Hugh Grant. You said music and lyrics. It's okay. It wasn't a pointless answer. That would have scored you 3 points.
All right, Laura and Erin, you played a fantastic game tonight. You really did, but just didn't manage to win our jackpot, which means that it rolls over to the next show when we will be playing for $10,000. Yeah. Join us next time for Pointless, but for now, it's goodbye from Doc.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.